Expand design, a roomy cabin, dual tone interiors, 15 smart utility spaces, and a large boot space, all there to expand your life. Welcome to Easy Space.
Speaking in Parliament yesterday, Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake expressed his views on the recent death of a youth in police fire in the Barawavila area in Diulapitiya.
දිවුලපිටියේ වෙඩි තැබීම ගැන කතා කරා. සිරස පත්තරේ මේ වීඩියෝ එකකුත් දැම්මා. ඒ සිද්ධිය
You spoke of the Divulapiti incident. Sirasa showed the footage. An individual was stabbed by another. When the police visited the scene, this individual, who was under the influence of alcohol, who had stabbed a person before, had stabbed the police officer. When the individual had tried to stab and kill a police officer, another police officer had shot at him. It is correct. The police requested Sirasa to provide the footage. They asked the person who videoed the footage when he was going on the bus to provide the footage in question. They still have not provided the footage.
දැන් සිරසේ ගියානේ. ඒ වීඩියෝ එක ඒ කැමරා කරපු මිනිස්සයා බස් එකේ යනකොට අපිට ගෙනල්ලා දෙන්න තවම ගෙනල්ලා දීලා නැහැ. තවමනේ.
Newsfirst wishes to bring to the attention of Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake that his remarks yesterday came after 13 days had lapsed since the footage in question were handed over to the Minwangaru Magistrates Court through the police. This letter bears testament that a DVD containing the footage of the incident, which was broadcast on Newsfirst, was handed over to court on the 28th of June. Furthermore, a police officer who identified himself as MBC Sampath accepted the said DVD at 5 p.m. on the 28th of June after placing his signature at the bottom of the right-hand corner of the letter. Newsfirst has also given evidence before court on the matter. It was here that counsel appearing on behalf of the police requested court not to accept the footage as evidence in the case.
Police නිලධාරියෙකු විසින් වෙඩි තබා ඝාතනය කරන ලද නඩුවේ මරණ පරීක්ෂණයේදී
In the inquest into the death of a person in police fire, the Sirasa network submitted a timely recording which further affirmed the verbal testimony. Sirasa had provided this video to the police department at the first instance, and when the video was taken up in court, Sirasa was there to give evidence. Various responsible persons within the government are now making false statements regarding this. Thereby, I believe it is the responsibility of the police to assist the court by providing evidence to enable it to determine if this death was murder, manslaughter or otherwise.
Minister S.B. Dissanayake, who addressed Sirasa TV as a paper in a derogatory manner, is an individual who served a prison sentence for contempt of court. We wish to remind Minister S.B. Dissanayake that Sirasa is not a paper. Newsfirst also took steps to broadcast a statement made by the minister live when he was freed from prison after serving a sentence for contempt of court. The minister, who made a misleading statement in Parliament yesterday on Newsfirst telecast on Sirasa TV, expressed these sentiments in the past on the conduct of the network.
Sirasa ඇත්තටම මේ වගේ මේ දුෂ්කරතාවයට පත් වෙච්ච අසරණ වෙච්ච මේ දරුවන් සොයාගෙන
Sirasa goes in search of children who are helpless. They go in search of villagers which are in need of help, and then they bring it before the entire country. I really admire what Sirasa is doing.
රටට හෙළිදරව් කිරීමේ මේ Sirasa ගෙනියන වැඩපිළිවෙලටත් මම ඉතාම කැමතියි. මේ පාර මුල්ගල තිබ්බ දවසේ
The Sirasa journalists were here when the foundation stone was laid for this road. Now he is here today as well. We wish to pay our respect to Sirasa and ask them to air this section of my speech as well.
මේක දාන්න කියලා මම කියනවා.
These statements goes on to show the contradictory remarks made by Minister S.B. Dissanayake, who changed his political ideologies from time to time. This is a manner in which he criticized the former president, who was one of the key personalities in his political life.
Our former president is relaxing these days. It is best for all if she goes to a temple and focus on engaging in meritorious deeds. She believed that she could change the constitution and stay on until she died. However, she did not have that many votes. She didn't have the strength to bring in people from the opposition, nor could she retain her own people.
SB Dissanayake, who left his own party to join the UNP, later criticized the UNP as well.
It was the United National Party that engaged in acts of corruption and committed all these crimes. The main party of the opposition, the UNP, is now in a dogfight.
The minister is now criticizing the activities of university students.
We will not give them anything in writing. These students fail the exams every day. They collect money from people on the street.
The actions of the Minister of Higher Education is something that we have gotten used to since 2012. When you look at his actions, we feel like he has come here while working in another ministry. It could be the Ministry of Livestock because he continues to use the names of animals. I believe that he has the capacity to transform to a more disciplined individual who is capable of understanding our issues. We can see that ministers have been appointed to muddle up issues. We don't know if he is part of such a plan. The Minister of Higher Education made a statement endorsing the shooting carried out by the police. Can the police go around shooting people? It is the duty of the police to use even minimum force only as a last resort. Can they shoot people in the head like they are guerrilla leaders? Politicians are endorsing these killings. This is a joke. I saw this being reported by one media institution. Now these people are trying to justify this.
When considering the minister's record, the ignorance of his statements is truly not surprising.